Alarming news from Eritrea, from Keren city, the second largest city in Eritrea. What is happening there where a ban is being imposed reportedly? Welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching the channel. Good to be with you. Firstly, an announcement that tonight, hopefully, I'll host a live chat. Uh, Third live chat in a series of live chats about the eruption of a likely conflict between Eritrea and Ethiopia. In the first live chat 10 days ago, I informed you about prosperity parties meetings and the decisions made by the Ethiopian Prime Minister about likely offensive on Eritrea. In the second live chat last night, I informed you about meetings in Tigray and a task assigned to Peace and Security Bureau in charge, Lieutenant General Fisiha Kedano in Tigray. Third third live chat tonight, what is happening in Eritrea. We'll focus on that in tonight's live chat. This video also has two new stories from Eritrea. First one is from Keren city. Exclusive information which I have received from there. Second news story is also about Eritrea. Eritrean ambassador to the US has been recalled. Berhane Solomon is in Asmara. What happened? Let's start with this news story about recalling of Eritrean ambassador to the US. Eritrea has an embassy in the US. US has also a working embassy in Eritrea, despite tense bilateral relations between Eritrea and the US and the US for the last 3 decades. Eritrea and US had diplomatic relations. Eritrean embassy in the US is led by Ashogdi Affairs. His name is Berhane Solomon. Berhane Solomon is in Asmara these days. No official statement, but reportedly, Berhane is in Eritrea. That has led to start of speculation that Berhane Solomon has been withdrawn. He's been suspended. He's been recalled. What happened? Is it because of Eritrea-US relations? Or is it because of other issues? Well, in June, a scandal emerged involving Eritrean embassy in the US. Go Green Eritrea project controversy surfaced. Go Green Eritrea project was launched by diaspora-based Eritreans who wanted to plant coconut trees in Eritrea. They started a GoFundMe campaign. They raised thousands of US dollars. They sent teams to Brazil, Thailand, other countries to conduct the research about this project. They were in touch with Eritrean embassy in Washington too. They wanted to plant coconut trees in Eritrea. They bought seeds as well, but the Eritrean embassy in Washington told Go Green project director that directly the project could not be implemented by the Go Green Eritrea project team. Berhane Solomon told Go Green Eritrea project director Juni that the project can be implemented through the Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Agriculture of Eritrea. And he said that this money raised around $30,000, I think, should be transferred to Eritrean Ministry of Agriculture, which will then implement the project. The Go Green Eritrea project founder objected to it. He gave some interviews, criticized Berhane Solomon, he accused Eritrean ambassador. It was said that Eritrean government wanted to seize the money, $30,000. Uh, I think money was not seized by the Eritrean government. Uni then uh, shifted the attention to other African countries. Now he wants to plant coconut trees in other countries with the same amount of money which he raised for Eritrea, basically. So Birhane Solomon mishandled that issue. I mean, it brought bad name to Eritrean embassy in the US. The project could have been implemented by the Ministry of Agriculture with the involvement of Eritrean diaspora community. But Birhane was in touch with Go Green Eritrea project directors, and he failed to satisfy them. It brought bad name to Eritrean government, Eritrean embassy. Maybe that is why Birhane has been recalled to Asmara. Birhane Solomon, it seems, has been suspended, but we'll have to wait to see. Will he be sent back to the US? Will he resume charge in Washington? That remains to be seen. Secondly, viewers, alarming news from Keren city, which is in Eritrea. Keren is the second largest city in Eritrea, situated around 70 to 80 kilometers from Asmara. It is situated in uh, central part of the country. Keren is home to over 100,000 people. Historical city where wars erupted, battles erupted during Eritrean War of Independence and during Second World War too. In Keren, Muslims, female Muslims are being prohibited from wearing hijab. Why? Because in Eritrea, I don't think that women are prohibited from wearing hijab. Though we saw in neighboring Axom that female students in Axom were not allowed to wear hijab, scarf rather. So what happened in Keren, where this specific decision is being made, which is not being made in other parts of Eritrea? In Keren city, reportedly, one main mosque was in need of a repair because a part of the mosque was in need of a repair. It just collapsed, and local people, they wanted to repair the mosque. It is one of the main mosques in Keren, reportedly. No, you cannot do anything in Eritrea without approval. So the Muslim residents of the area, they requested permission from the authorities in Keren city. The local government officials told Muslims that Muslims can build this mosque, the part of the mosque which is in need of repair, but funding from abroad by any Muslim organization or any religious organization is not allowed. Maybe Eritrea does not want any religious organizations from abroad to intervene in Eritrea. And yes, some religious organizations in Saudi Arabia, in Iran, in UAE, even in Turkey, they have their agendas. They interfere in other countries and they propagate their own version of Islam. So these organizations are source of conflicts in Muslim countries. They interfere in Pakistan too, by the way, other countries too. So the local government officials told the residents, Muslim residents of Keren, that they cannot receive any financial support from foreign religious organizations. They can raise money and they can rebuild the mosque. The Muslim population, Muslim elders held some discussions. They were not in a position to collect money. So they contacted Eritrean diaspora community, Muslims or non-Muslims, and they raised money. Then they contacted the local authorities. They told them that the money had been raised by Eritreans living in diaspora. The authorities told the Muslims to deposit the money at the bank. Eritrea has one bank only. It has one bank, one television channel, one radio station, one newspaper, one president for the last 30 years. So it has one bank. The money, whatever was raised, was deposited by Muslims at the bank, which came from abroad. When the Muslims deposited the money, the local authorities started asking questions about the details of donors. How many people contributed? Where are they based? That led to spread of anger among Muslim community. And one Muslim elder just protested. He used strong language. On Wednesday, when the Muslims met with authorities in Keren, that man protested. He said that we raised money, our diaspora brothers supported us. There's no involvement of any religious organization. Still, you're not allowing us to now withdraw money from the bank. Authorities then took action, and the man has disappeared. His name is Muhammad Noor, reportedly, an old man, around 75 years old, I think. After that, and before that too, the Eritrean authorities, they started imposing restrictions on Muslim women. The women cannot wear hijab or scarf, not hijab, scarf. The restrictions are being imposed now in Keren to control the Muslims of Keren city. Uh, a few days ago, Ahmed Shaban, a Muslim cleric, was arrested in Ginda. His Quran memorization center was closed. Can we say that Muslims are specifically being targeted in Eritrea? Well, in Eritrea, everyone is under repression, not just Muslims. I mean, one Orthodox patriarch died in detention, if I'm not wrong. He was Orthodox. So whoever just says no to the government, whoever goes against the orders of the government, legal or illegal, they are bound to be fixed. Now it seems that Muslims in Keren will suffer. Issue unsolved so far. Women are not being allowed to wear scarf in Keren city, reportedly. Thanks for watching.